Well, I'm back again with another accommodation review. It's been a while. I have this one here and I have another one or two coming, Mombasa and Dar es Salaam. But here today is Silver Rock Hotel, Malindi, Kenya. Beautiful place. I really loved my stay. I am in no way sponsored or endorsed by Silver Rock Hotel. I was not paid for this review. And as always, I'm going to keep it real with you guys because I don't want people traveling from Nairobi, Kisumu, Kampala, Dar es Salaam, Addis Ababa, London, Cincinnati, Texas. I don't want you guys coming to a place that I said is amazing and then you have a contrary experience. So this one got really interesting. I enjoyed my stay. I think the only red flag was one of the staff boys just staring at me way too hard when I was relaxing on my balcony. It really made me feel like he was giving me way too much attention. And due to my experience of traveling in East Africa, I'm very mindful about my property and where I'm staying and keeping things locked up because, full disclosure, there's a thief issue that happens at a lot of these accommodations. And sometimes it's from the outside, sometimes it's nearby beach boys, sometimes it's the staff themselves. While preparing this video, I went online to check out other reviews to see how everyone else was feeling about Silver Rock Hotel. I found reviews going back as far as 2018 on Facebook. They were very good. I didn't check the dates all the way back on Google because there's so many reviews on Google. And they've got a 3.9 star on Google. Not too shabby, right? 3.9 is pretty good. And when I was on Facebook, I noticed a 70% recommendation. That's not good for Facebook, but there was only 13 reviews. Okay, so I think this is what happened, and I confirmed a lot of this. I think that this place has gone through ownership or management changes, and at one point they had some pretty shady people running things, and guests were not happy, and rightfully so. I feel for them and their experience, and I hope that it didn't ruin everything for Kenya with them. So I actually reached out to the manager, Martin. Martin was very receptive. His wife even chimed in on the phone conversation. We spoke for a good length. Martin is very aware of what's going on and informed me that not only did they change management last year, but they changed ownership. So at this point, they're trying to clean things up. That's what it looks like to me. They're taking great care of the property. Things were clean. The pool was fresh. The beach boys are still a nuisance, but they are also addressing the beach boy issue. And that is an ongoing conversation in Kenya about contending with these beach boys whenever you're just trying to enjoy a walk on the beach, perhaps, right? So what am I going to do today? I'm going to give Silver Rock Hotel a 3.7. It's a 5-star pool, 5-star compound. As far as the nature, the pool's clean, very deep, by the way, not for kids. I'm giving the kitchen a very low score, but he's bringing in a new chef. And the room itself, I'll give it a 4.5. I think they got to add some artwork, and they need to put a pivot mount on the TV and an additional plug, because you couldn't plug in the TV and the fridge at the same time, and the TV was at a terrible angle if you wanted to lay in bed and actually watch the TV. So I'll just rate those three things, call it a 3.7, and here you go. I hope you enjoy this video. All right. Welcome everybody to your Silver Rock Hotel, Malindi, Kenya. Starting off in the room, because if I'm getting a hotel motel, it's the most important part. Where am I going to be sleeping? Where am I going to be relaxing? You guys, I came here during the off season. We call it low season in Kenya. Low season is whenever the rain season is approaching, but at this point it was still hot and toasty, and I just wanted to jump in the pool and soak up some AC for an evening. So I came to hang out, and the view is spectacular, you guys. Check it out. So just something to mention, I spent a little bit of time in Tanzania. Down there, it seems like air conditioning is almost standard, or at least way more common with the Airbnbs, with the hotels, or even when you're just going down the road and you're looking at the apartment buildings, you see a lot of AC units. In Kenya, when I come across AC, I'm like, thank God, I miss you, AC. It's just not a super common thing. I think the bathroom is pretty dang plain. I think they could jazz it up, put a little facade right there, maybe a little bit of art on the wall, a little bit of touches, but not bad. So pretty good room. All right, I'm a little bit OCD, and whenever I come back out on this shot, you're gonna see how the mosquito net is not laid out properly, and that was low-key bugging me when I looked at the video, but that's okay. I'm just nitpicking. There's that AC unit right there. So right here, we got the reception right whenever you walk in the front gate. It's nicely put together. They got the art here. A little art in the room would go a long way. So nice, clean, fresh, open air vibes. There you go. All right, all right. Little book collection there too. I didn't check it out. So as you walk here through the center of the compound, everything is elevated. Up there, straight ahead to the right, is some other units. I believe they're apartments, something bigger. Maybe there's some small units there too, but I think the smaller units are primarily in my building. So right here, we got the little spa on site. So you can get like full body for 3,500 shillings an hour, which is roughly, let's say, 30 bucks. Standard going rate for massage on site. We got some different languages there on the steps if you didn't notice. And right here is the restaurant area straight ahead, and here to the left is going to be the bar area, right? So this is very big and spread out. They don't have a lot of seating. I'm sure they would bring more for an event or perhaps rent chairs if they don't have more. But they got some nice big tables and couches there. You can meet up and, you know, do your little shindig with your people. You got the bar behind us. And over here, we've got a view of the front gate. There it is. Pretty convenient location as well. It's in a decent area. However, it's not a decent nighttime area because there's too much money around there. So where there's money, there's people trying to steal. So it's not one of those places where you just stroll around at nighttime. And even whenever you're on the compound, you want to make sure you put your things away smartly, especially at nighttime. So right here on the right, they've got some tables for a buffet right there, serving 7 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Check-in from noon, check out at 10:45. Not bad. Some places try to do 10, and I do not like it. Whenever I go anywhere, even in the US, and they expect me to check out by 10, I feel like they're rushing me out the door. I really like the greenery and the flowers, you guys. So I had to get a few shots of that. I think the greenery is actually quite fabulous. Not bad, huh? Got a guy cleaning down there. That's a nice thing to see. Anywhere that you're renting, that you see people around keeping the place clean. And as you look around here, there's not a speck of trash on the ground. The building straight ahead is where I was staying. So there's just a collection of different rooms there. And they start at 3,000 shillings. The one that I got with the air conditioning is 4,000 shillings. There's no surcharge for the electricity or anything like that. So for the 1,000 shillings, you're basically paying for electricity. So we got a little gazebo here. You can chill, overlooking the pool, catching some breeze. The ocean is just to the right. A walking distance to the east is the ocean. Now, I don't know for sure what's going on here, but to me it looks like it could be a conference room or a really big apartment, something like that. So when you look at the landscape of this place, you just have to imagine before it ever had a wall around it, it was just bushland, you know. And really most of the places we go over here at one point was bushland. Just like when you're in the city in the United States, a lot of those suburbs used to be farmland, right? And I really like how they preserve the contours of the place. And I would imagine that a lot of this nature is original, particularly the trees, I would think, maybe not all of them. And I'm sure they added a lot of landscaping too, but I really like how they kept that good tropical vibe, a lot of nature. You know, you don't feel like you're in a complex style compound. You really got the nature vibes from the balcony, down on the ground, all around the pool. So this would be a moment to say, I wouldn't call this place family friendly per se, particularly because the pool is deep. It is deep. Unless you have older kids, you could get them their separate room or something like that. So over here, we got the little back gate, and I'm gonna show you guys that at the end of the video. When you go through that gate right there, you can drive through or pedestrian your way through. Straight across the road you've got the beach. You walk down a short little road, and they have an additional property on that side. As you're walking to the beach, to your right is going to be the extension of Silver Rock Hotel, where they have more apartments and studios that are beachfront. So, pretty sweet location. Not sure what's going on in here. I think it's a guard shack or something. Maybe there's a shower for the pool. I'm not sure. There's a shower right there though. So, and my place was just right up there on the, in Kenya they say first floor, but Americans would say second floor. They don't count the bottom floor. They call the bottom floor ground floor, and the second floor they call first floor. So I always have to think twice about that. So we're gonna climb these steps and we're gonna cruise on around the building, the one that I'm staying in, and I'm gonna take you guys upstairs to see a more spread out apartment, and the view is really sweet up there. Right here, this wall is a problem. It's a real security problem because it's too easy to hop over that wall and have direct access to the buildings. So sorry to say it, guys, if you watch this video from Silver Rock, but there's a lot of reviews online about some security issues, and if it's not an in-house issue, then it's a somebody jumping over the wall issue. And that's what I was saying earlier. This area is in the vicinity of an area called Casarina, where you have a lot of private compounds, developers, investors, money. And that's exactly why at nighttime you can't just be walking around or riding your bike around, because you don't really know who you're going to bump into. And you also have to be mindful about your compound or your business when it comes to security. So they do have on-site security, you guys, but it's just a couple guys, right? So, you know, there's still a lot of opportunity for a thief to try to do what they want to do. But check out the view up here. I love being up high. I feel like I'm in a tree house. Just the view. Looking at the video right now, the view, I feel like I'm in a tree house or a bird house, and I like that. So that's the road right there that runs right along the beach. And then the beach is just right there, straight across the road. There she is. Malindi doesn't have the greatest beaches in Kenya, but they're definitely not bad. And I would also say, to me, it's a perk. They are calm. I do not want to go to a beach with people all over the place, and you know, you can't even leave a bag sitting somewhere because it's too hectic, or too many people being drunk around you, or too many beach boys. Not my vibe. I like chill things, and Malindi's a chill town, and that's why a lot of people ultimately choose to come here. It's a good place to raise your kids. It's a good place to not have noise outside all the time from nightclubs and all that jazz. Big upgrade from Nairobi life or Mtwapa life or Bamburi life. Check this out. They got a freaking bathtub. Totally uncommon over here. I don't know if it's an African thing or a Kenyan thing. I think it's probably an African thing. The bathtubs are just not so common. We get showers, just regular showers. I think that's another bedroom through that door. It could be a kitchen connecting to another bedroom, because here to the left off the balcony, there's another balcony right there. So I think it's a connection to this place. I think it's a bigger unit than what I just showed you guys. So right here is the gate to the secondary building that sits right on the beach. They got a nice advert there painted up. I like it. And then you stroll on through here, and they have the whole property to the right, and then there's some kind of development there to the left. And I just love the view when I'm walking to the beach on these little side access roads. It's like walking down a gauntlet, walking down a tunnel, straight to the water. And boom, the beach boys, they were sitting down if you saw them, and they saw me coming and they jumped up. And then look, bang, he's gonna get in my path, because they gotta stop you. And this part of the video, it's the end of the video, and it ends with me with Jeff and
it's gonna be low for 1 week.
Just playing along with their nonsense conversation. They really wanted to walk me up to where the waves were breaking so they could charge me for the wall. And these guys are a nuisance. They stroll the same piece of the beach. So if you're ever down here at the beach bar, restaurant, and you go out for a stroll, they catch up with you and refuse to leave you alone.
to see
the water will be coming back.
to see the miracle of the ocean.
So I didn't get much of a shot of this place, but as you can see, it's the same kind of layout, architectural style as the main compound. And location wise, it's fabulous. You know, you just got to fend off the Beach Boys every time you step outside. But I finally got them calmed down and got a couple followers out of them and convinced them to accept my explanation that I'm not walking to the reef today. All right. Peace and love, Malindi.